Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft The War Within, and our immersive story-focused playthrough. Whether you are new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well, and I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we began our campaign through Hallowfall, by meeting our new allies in the Arathi and aiding in their fight against the Nerubians and Corvus alike. We are deep into Chapter 2 of this campaign, and that is where we will begin for today, close to the cliffside beacon that was taken by darkness. Let's get started.
A lamplighter brings hope. Despite everything, a cave. Could they still be nearby, continuing to corrupt the flame? My faith kindles my hope.
So they killed the Kelthar too. We'll make sure he gets a proper funeral. The Order of the Night will pay for this. We sealed off Gloomcrag, the nearby cave, years ago. They must have dug their way in so they could target this Dawn Tower. How long have they been planning this? How long has the Order of Night been among our ranks?
A beacon in the dark.
When I reached for the flame, I felt the overwhelming hopelessness and despair that had been poured into it. It pains me, but my light alone is not enough to banish these shadows. And so, we take a more direct path. If the remaining cultists have withdrawn to Gloomcrag Bower, their combined power must be what's keeping the flame dark. We must stop them before this darkness spreads.
We carry the flame into the—
Look out! What are those things? They hardly seem real.
A trick of the shadow. I will deal with them. You all go ahead.
Alright, so I'm thinking we have to go to the crag next, I have to assume. And I also have to assume that that is going to be down below. Let us enter Gloomcrag Bower and take on these cultists.
Renalash approaches.
Cultists have been dealt with. Let's get out of this cave and meet back with Anduin and Phelan. No deeper into the cave we go, it looks like.
The Harbinger comes.
Quickly, friend. Alric is nowhere to be found. But these traitors are wielding powerful darkness up ahead. When shadow falls, lamplighters rise.
They made their choice.
Be strong, my friend.
Good work. But before we can leave, there's something else. Down this way are some powerful priests. I think they are summoning something big. No doubt to strike at us above and drive us from the tower itself. It will be dangerous, but we must stop them. Are you with me?
In my heart. If we stop that ritual, I should be able to cleanse the flame.
Let's get it done.
You won't see Renalash. All is dark.
Light be my...
Stand strong. The darkness won't take us today. Anduin, your light. What happened to it?
It doesn't matter. I'm no longer worthy of it.
It never ends, does it?
Don't give in to fear.
I've never seen shadows this deep, this vicious. It almost feels like they're reaching for us. We can't stay here.
If you are lost in darkness,
More shadows. We're trapped in here, aren't we?
no, we're not giving up here. Let's go. We can do this if we stick together.
The light shines through you. But what if it goes out? What if you failed your people?
You think I've never failed? I've never made mistakes? I was never even supposed to be in Halafon. I stowed away to escape a family that only ever saw me as a failure. Was it a mistake? I lost an eye and an arm for it. Does that make me unworthy of the light? I regret nothing. I keep fighting because in the darkness, it's all we can do. I can't give up. It's not in my nature. And I don't think it's in yours either.
You don't understand. I've hurt people. I was controlled by darkness, but part of me enjoyed it.
Enjoyed hurting people? Or no longer being able to agonize over every thought and action? Having doubt, making mistakes, none of these make you unworthy, Anduin. They light your path forward.
The entrance, it's gone. There really is no way out.
Enough of your illusions, Zalatath!
Belador's light has returned. Thank you, Illyria.
Very cool.
My arrows strike true.
I'm glad you're safe. I sensed something amiss when those creatures suddenly stopped attacking the tower and disappeared. Maladar shifted on its own shortly after. That was no simple illusion Xalatath trapped you in. I wonder, was I the intended target? You, me, Anduin, Farron. Perhaps she was happy to ensnare any of us.
They will not escape.
We owe our service to those
Do you
in
feel
need.
it? Hope returning? Thank you for your help. The Dawn Tower's flame remains dark, but this time I think we'll be able to restore it. Let's meet at the tower.
Despite everything,
Illyria, we would have been lost without you. Thank you.
I'm glad you're all safe. Let's end this.
Now we're back at the beacon. Let's see if we can expunge the darkness now.
we cannot hide from evil. If you are lost in darkness, join me, please.
You know the light is not with me.
There is no darkness so deep that the light cannot reach us. Just be here with me. Now, breathe. We are the seekers of light. We are the holders of hope. In the very heart of shadow, we are the lamps that guide the way. It's a first step. The rest is just time and trust.
So that was pretty cool. A couple thoughts came to mind during that cutscene. As far as I'm aware, Anduin does not have a mate / girlfriend / partner. I'm wondering if Farron is going to fulfill that role at some point. The other thing that I was thinking about as well with Illyria in that cutscene, I wonder how Farron thinks about, like, what she thinks about her. I can't imagine that she's pleased to be around her, and yet she seems to be okay with her help. Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of want to see where it's going to go with that, because I would think Illyria would be rejected by the Arathi in general.
We are a light in the darkness.
Thank you. Thank the light you have arrived when you did. I'm glad we can help each other.
Don't give in to fear. We carry the flame into the unknown.
Second chapter complete. We've got some legs and some boots to put on. Might have some other stuff too. We got a cloak that we might as well throw on. And a two-handed weapon that we don't need right this second. I kind of like our dual-wielding setup.
My faith kindles my hope.
Yeah, let's begin our final chapter through the main campaign.
We owe our service to those in need.
We must get to Mereldar and let General Steelstrike know what the Order of Night tried here. Thank the Sacred Flame we stopped them before they could do any worse.
Despite everything, we need to return to Mereldar. I need to let the General know what happened here.
This Order of Night is no mere cult. The Harbinger they speak of is Xalatath. She won't stop. Your people need to be ready.
Alright, so we're going to be heading to Mereldar next. That is going to be kind of the capital city/town of Hollowfall. I'm very excited to get to see the place.
Alric corrupted the Dawn Tower's flame? Ashes take that man, and this Harbinger.
I will see you through the shadow.
Finally a chance to rest.
Be strong, my friend.
Let's see what General Steelstrike has for us.
I pray for the flame to show us the way.
You have done us a great service. I have put the army on high alert for Aelric. If he moves, we'll know about it. For now, though, I think you deserve a break.
The Day of Darkness changed
I
everything.
have to admit, I did not think that the first visitors we'd have in Mereldar would have been outsiders. I thought the Empire, well, never mind. You have been more than helpful to my people, and that deserves recognition. Mereldar is the bastion of the Arathian Hollowfall. Take some time. Rest.
Our holy mission takes a toll.
We should grab some food at the inn while we can. One of the General's rules I happily follow.
Perhaps a moment's rest is warranted.
Very cool quest that we've picked up to explore the city. I'm sure we're going to talk to some cool people. Learn some stuff, hopefully. Gonna head inside the inn now. But before we do so, let's explore some of the vendors, particularly the renowned vendor. Curious to see what we can pick up. Very, very cool town though. Love the architecture. Especially with the big fortress in the distance. And of course Baladar. There is a lot to take in, a lot to love. We haven't been checking on the local storylines in each area.
We are the seekers of light.
To my understanding, so we might go back to the local storylines later on, obviously, after we've completed the main campaign, at least what we can complete. I definitely want to take care of the Earthen Allied Race quest lines. I've been told that there are 2 additional quest lines after the one that we already did. One of them I know for a fact is in Ringing Deeps. I have to imagine one of them would also be in Hollowfall, or Ashkahed even. We'll have to look into that next, I think.
We must prepare for Baladar to shift.
Aurelia Steelstrike, perhaps the General's daughter.
The darkness comes. We are prepared.
I don't know if we need to pick up that quest or not. Let's just take a look at her wares for now. So we can pick up a cosmetic cape. looks amazing for a cape. We can pick up some gloves. These will definitely go nicely with the other pieces of gear that we are currently picking up. Yeah, I mean this set is going to be so cool for paladins and priests alike, for that matter.
Always be prepared.
So not too much. There is some cool stuff, but nothing particularly crazy. So let's go and meet the others at the inn and find out what our next steps are. Yeah, that armor is so cool. Even as a Death Knight, I can appreciate it.
Friend, can you order a round of drinks?
Yes, I can.
Imperial style wine, mushroom brew, pick your poison.
We're always open. The cats are trained as well as the soldiers are. When one bonds to you, you have a friend for life.
Do you have a lynx?
Oh, no. No. I am not a cat person. When shadow falls, lamplighters rise.
At some point, you'll have to try out our Imperial wine. It's made with grapes from the Priory and is heated with the sacred flame. We only drink it on special occasions, so just drinking it is enough to conjure thoughts of good times. Let's find out some more about the Arathi Empire. I was young when we left, but I have some memories. I remember the parades through the city streets. Everyone would be out and cheering as the armies walked by. I remember the lynxes in the ceremonial armor, resplendent and regal. I remember the park near where I used to live. My parents would take me for walks there, and we'd feed the animals. Most of all, though, I remember the feeling of belonging. I remember my family. I remember my friends.
In my heart,
Yeah,
is fire.
I have to think that at some point during the World Soul Saga, we're going to be going to the Arathi Empire. Which if I had to guess, is on the other side of Azeroth. The fabled other side of Azeroth, quote unquote. So much left to explore on that side of the world. And I'm excited to see it. I'm assuming it would come at midnight, I'm sure.
A lamplighter brings hope.
The city has much to see.
A beacon in the
It's
dark.
been good to sit down and breathe for a bit.
Despite everything, the Arathi find joy.
Alright, Illyria, what do you got for us?
What have you learned? She cannot hide from me.
Xalatath is using the Order of Night to serve her whims. I overheard some of the Arathi complaining about a new wave of propaganda that has been put up around Merodar. Find what you can and deliver it to General Steelstrike. I'll be there as soon as I can. We need to convince her of the severity of this threat.
I do not miss Anduin. We need to talk.
Of course.
I need to see Rain about my prosthetics anyway. Let's meet later.
What can I do?
Let's find out what's on Anduin's mind. You've been so helpful down here as always. How do you do it? Ever since the Shadowlands, I'm struggling. It felt like me. I remember the rage. I remember the hate. I remember the exhilaration. Satisfaction, even. Were they my emotions or his? I don't know, but I felt them. In my nightmares, I still feel them. Maybe Farron's right. Maybe I need to let it go. But I never understood how. How can one just decide one day to feel better about everything? Maybe it just means keep moving forward.
I hear a radiant song.
Time to stand up and collect some Order of the Night propaganda. Let's see what we can find. I don't think there's anything in the inn. So let's head outside and start poking around. Well, I found them at the wall. I'm assuming they're going to have some sort of conversation.
We will find Xalatath. I wish you had heeded my warning and stayed in Dornegal. She is here, Anduin. The Arathi are in danger. We are in danger.
I needed to see if there were really descendants of the Arathi down here. I'm the king of Stormwind. So many human kingdoms have fallen. I needed to know if there were others.
It was still a foolish risk.
You're not the only one grappling with the voices in their head.
What have you been hearing?
Beladar, the Emperor's vision. That prophecy that drew them here. It's the radiant song I'm hearing.
You have been hearing the star?
Yes. No. Not really. When I saw Beladar for the first time, I had the vision again. It's related somehow. I wish Khadgar were here. He'd know what it all meant. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
No. You're right. I wish he was here as well. We'll have to find our own answers.
I've gotten a look at the crystals in their key flames. It's not Azerite, but it's close enough that I think they're connected.
Then you've realized when Beladar shifted for the first time?
Their day of darkness. The same day Sargeras plunged that sword into Azeroth.
Some great context for the sword. Interesting. Still loving these conversations, by the way. Definitely need more of those, as much as we could possibly get. They're too interesting and easy to follow, and it looks like we may have another one with Farron down below. Oh, we've got Bran as well. You know, let's speak with Bran real quick first. I'm sure he has a new delve for us to look into.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
Nightfall Sanctum. Sure. Yeah, I believe we did take on the rest of the delves in the Ringing Deep, so there are only 2. Hollowfall has a lot more than 2, it seems like. Maybe it's only 3. I can't tell if this spiral weave here is part of Ashkahet. It might be. Yeah, I think it is. We'll get to the delves eventually. Let's listen to what Farron has to say.
We cannot hide from evil.
Farron! I was inspired last Beladar's shadow. I designed a new arm prosthetic. I think you'll wear this one.
Thank you, Rain. But the shield you made me is all I need. I'm sure your talents would be better spent on other inventions.
It's my pleasure to make a new arm you would use, Farron. You told me about the discomfort and how it impacted your mobility. So I was thinking...
Rain? No. I have lived with my injury since I was a child. I've learned to do everything from sword fighting to dressing myself with one hand.
But what if I figured out the weight balancing? You said that was what you didn't like about the first few I made.
then I think some of our veterans who will lose an arm to the Nerubians will be very grateful that you've improved the design. Rain, I've learned to navigate my life without a prosthetic. I don't want to relearn everything, but if you want to improve something of mine, a better shock absorber on the shield would be a blessing of the flame. Those Nerubians are getting bigger, and it puts all that weight on the shoulder.
Oh yeah? That's a tough one. Let me sketch out some ideas and get some measurements. I think that'll be an interesting project. Thanks, Baron.
Keep up your work. Everyone on the front line appreciates the new kit upgrades.
Cool.
A dangerous world calls for inspired solutions.
Very, very cool. So we've got some appearances here that we can purchase using resonance crystals if we so choose. They're not very attractive though,
The shadows don't stand a chance.
if I'm being honest.
May Belladar stay in the light.
Alright, let's begin what we set out to do. Let's find some propaganda. I have to imagine it's going to be something like these on the wall. It looks like we can read them as well. Death comes to Hollowfall. The Harbinger will protect you. Prostrate yourself before her and beg for her protection. Only she can save us. Only through her can the Arathi people flourish. Prostrate yourself before it's too late. We won't read every single piece of propaganda there is, but I'm sure it all pretty much sounds like that. Our propaganda has been collected. We can turn that in whenever we'd like. See if there's anything else we can do around town while we're here. If there's anybody else that we can talk to.
Are you well, friend? We will.
So we're going to meet General Steelstrike in the barracks. Perhaps on top of the wall? That's probably where it is. Hey, you know, Meryldar's got some layers to it, too.
Greetings, outsider.
Beware.
Meet Auralia, our quartermaster. I'm also proud to call her my daughter.
Yep, that makes sense.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend. We must prepare for Belladar to shift.
Every time we rotate our reserves through, I make sure to learn their names. Many of them won't be coming back. The least I can do is remember them. Why is your daughter the quartermaster? You suspect nepotism? Understandable. You haven't been here for long. My daughter is, without a doubt, the backbone of the Arathi army. I lead it, but she ensures it actually runs. She has a gift for organization that we desperately need. I have tried to rotate her onto the front lines as part of our reserve rotation, as is only fair. I was overruled by the priority every time.
Caution is warranted. We are surrounded by dangers.
I need to know more about this, Xalatath.
The darkness comes. We are prepared.
Your skills in combat are impressive. We are rotating our next round of reserves into active duty, and they need to sharpen their skills. While Illyria fills me in on Xalatath, I would appreciate it if you could help with their training.
The day of darkness. Aralia, send a runner to Farron's new elf friend. We need to talk. Farron tells me your friend wields the void. I'm either going to regret meeting her or thank the flame.
Yeah, see, that's what I was curious about this whole time. And still curious about. Alright, let's whip these reserves into shape.
We burn brightly together. Keep an eye on the Dawn Towers.
Now that I think about it, they probably don't appreciate me as a Death Knight being here either. I'm sure that's a little awkward for them.
Belladar shift in your favor.
No one seems to care though, which does seem a little bit odd to me.
May Belladar stay in the light.
Step into the light.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it. Step into the light. You carry your torch, you light the city.
The Harbinger is from the Black Empire? Flames. One of the old gods?
No, something else. A survivor from the depths of time.
I search each day for a winning strategy.
Thank you. What they learned from you will no doubt save their lives later.
We lose so many to the darkness.
I still need more time with Illyria to learn about Xalatath. What I have learned is very worrying. Farron sent word that she was going to the orphanage and asked you to meet her there. She often entertains the children while she is in Merodar. I don't doubt she would appreciate you doing the same. As an undead monstrosity with skulls on my shoulders, blades, head.
Caution is warranted. Farron's at the orphanage. She was the first child to call it home. She visits whenever she can.
Yes, this right here. This is the face of a caretaker. This is the face of a guy who entertains children. Oh, let's get to it.
was mean.
Oh god, it's a mini game. Scary roar. Chomp taunting flex. I guess that was pretty good.
Grown-ups say be careful in the dark.
What is this? We're looking for treasure. Oh, we're playing hide and seek. Got it. Let's see where they're hiding. Inside this building. Perhaps upstairs. Oh, we're so close. It must be outside. Over here, perhaps? What am I missing here? It's not there. So it is clearly inside. No, there we go. These are fun. These are definitely different. That one was a little bit more simple, but that's okay. We got a quest for one of the orphans.
Spooky stuff. Know what to do during
We'll find your teddy bear at a later time.
My faith kindles my hope.
Welcome to our orphanage. When we arrived, I was only a child. I was the only child. They founded this for me. I'm not quite sure how Siegfried put up with me. I was quite rambunctious. I love coming here when I'm in town. Despite everything, the kids are so bright and happy. They are our future, and we fight for them.
A beacon in the dark. In my heart, that's the warning bells of the main gate.
Oh boy.
Children, inside!
We cannot hide from evil. Be strong, my friend.
Those bells mean Mereldar's under attack. Let's get to the gates and find out what's going
We're
on.
lost in darkness. Mereldar's under attack. Children, stay inside.
Let's get out there.
The Cobis strike our veneration grounds during Beladar's light. How?
Look, General. Darkfire. This is Auric's doing. We are a light in the darkness.
Alric is behind this. I know it. I can feel it. Whatever his plan is, we need to stop it.
We carry the flame into
We will make them pay for this. We will hit them so hard they never come back.
Don't give in to fear.
I must ensure my people's survival. Our holy mission.
We need to take the veneration grounds back from the Cobis. Push them back and pave a bloody path through them. We need to stop whatever is happening at the Eternal Flame. If they manage to corrupt it like they did the tower, I don't even want to imagine what will happen.
We are surrounded by dangers.
What have you learned?
I can sense 3 beacons of void ahead, all funneling their power into one massive font of darkness. You will need to kill them. With them dead, I can bring down the shield. That is
They
Illyria.
will not escape.
Arathi, push back the Cobis. Make them regret ever stepping onto our hallowed lands.
Let's go. It's time to explore the Veneration grounds. We must be getting pretty close. I feel like we've been to basically every single part of Halifal except for the Priory. Let's get to business.
The Harbinger manipulates the Kobus through their hunger, and the Arathi through their fear. Yes, yes! Night falls! Renelas begins!
That's not good.
Join me in the shadows. Bring the Harbinger joy.
Alright, we've done what we needed to do. Let's take our horsemen back over to the others.
Albric's ritual is the source of this darkness. We need to break through this barrier. We are far.
He draws strength from the darkness. So do I.
Now we just need to deal with the
We
shield.
must rely on outsiders to save the Arathi.
She cannot hide from me.
We've lost the Eternal Flame. Light of the Empire, we've lost everything.
Our holy mission takes...
Maladar has turned to shadow. We must retreat back to Merodar. No, we need to destroy Elric first, take him down, then we retreat.
Caution is warranted.
A lamplighter brings hope.
Let's
I am
speak with
on the
Illyria.
hunt. Alric thinks the shadows will save him. He should see what true power looks like. Now, go for the kill!
The Harbinger spoke of you.
Going all out on this one.
She has taken an interest in you. Harbinger! Do not forsake me!
How could any Arathi be in league with such monsters? The sacred flame is lost. Fall back!
No. We cannot keep retreating from the darkness. Our fear has overshadowed our faith. Belladar may have guided us, but it is not what will save us. Stand with me against the shadow. Show this Harbinger the true strength of the Arathi.
And if you fall against the darkness, what will we do then?
It's what we always say, General. The light will return. Even if someone else carries the torch. We are the seekers of light. We are the holders of hope. In the very heart of shadow. Together, we guide the way.
Okay, interesting. So the light has returned. Of course, as we complete this quest, it's turning back now to Shadow for a little bit. I wish that was a little bit more challenging. I mean, we kind of just popped all of our cooldowns and took him out pretty quick. I wonder if that's the end of this campaign.
I would safeguard my people.
I suppose we'll find out in just a moment. May the light bless Farron. I thought the eternal flame was lost. I thought this was the end of hope and the death of our people.
The day of darkness changed everything.
Our veneration grounds have been desecrated, its beauty marred. It's going to take a bigger effort, but I would appreciate anything you can do to clean up our grounds.
We lose so many to the darkness.
Sure, looks like there's still more to do.
I will always try. Who is calling for help?
Interesting.
When shadow falls, lamplighters rise.
That was too close. This attack took a toll on all of us. We have many injured and many shaken. Can you please check in with people? See how they are doing?
Despite everything.
Sure.
This land was not what we expected. When I saw the depths of Alric's betrayal, I lost hope. I retreated. Flames. The Cobus would have taken Mereldar.
Am I needed? Well, what Farron said, it got me thinking. Perhaps I've been wrong about what the light wants from me.
We owe our service to those in need. Illyria, what happened?
For years I've held back the void within me, worried I'd hurt my loved ones. When Dalaran fell, I didn't draw on my power, and someone dear to me paid the price. Like Alric, Xal'atath thinks herself safe behind layers of shadow. She isn't. Not when I can turn their own power against her. I will do all it takes to end her threat for good.
Let's speak with some of the Arathi survivors and clear out the veneration grounds.
There is always hope if we choose to look for it. If the shadows find you, call.
The flame burns for all of us. May the shadows pass you by.
Sacred flame guide your way, friend. May the shadows pass you by.
A few more survivors to speak to.
We are the holders of hope. Don't despair. The shadows sense it. Outsiders are a welcome surprise.
Arathi, friends, the flame blesses us with victory. Your courage against the dark has saved the day. I must ensure my people's survival.
Aelric drove a wedge through the heart of the Arathi people. We will root out his followers, his cult. We will burn it to the ground. I will undo everything he has
We
done.
must rely on outsiders to save
Thank you.
Arathi.
It may not have seemed like much, but this is one of our most sacred places. We remember our dead here. We have a lot to remember.
We are surrounded by dangers. The darkness comes.
General, the Nerubians. They've opened a new front at Light's Redoubt.
Some more to deal with. We picked up another talent point. We've got a choice node here. Interesting. Okay. We'll take Pact of the Apocalypse, I think. When you take damage, 5% of the damage is redirected to each active horseman. Effectively making Frostworm's Fury a defensive cooldown as well.
We must prepare for Beladar to shift.
Just before the Cobus attacked, we received word of a disturbance near Livia's patients. Now we know the cause. We can't survive fighting on two fronts. We have to stop this now.
We lose so many to flames. Arathi, mount up! Light's Redoubt calls for help. We bring hope into the darkness.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a quick flight over there. I know we are already past the hour mark here, but I'm very curious to see how close we are to completing this campaign. I feel like we're very close.
Livia's patience is overrun. We must buy the villagers time before the reckoning can launch.
Oh man, interesting. Okay, I really do wonder how much more we have.
I will see you through the shadow.
Caution is warranted.
We have to stop this here. Flames, we cannot survive if this is not stopped. At least here we can use the power of our airships. The Reckoning's guns will turn the tide. We just need the time to get it ready.
Our holy mission takes a toll.
Killing some
A
Nerubians.
lamplighter brings hope.
We have to try and save any of our people left alive in Livia's patience. Every Arathi is or was a member of the military. If you can help them, they'll be able to help themselves.
Don't give in to fear.
Stalwarts, we are the wall today. Together we will stand against the darkness.
We need to evacuate the villages before the Reckoning's bombardment.
Oh man, interesting. Okay. There seems to be a lot more to this campaign still to go. So I think with that, we're going to take a break for now. And in the next one, we're going to surely complete Halifal's campaign. And very possibly move on to Ashkahet as well. And then from there, we'll hit level 80. I believe there is a max level campaign open currently as of recording this video. So I'm excited to get into it. I'm excited to see all the cutscenes from the raid as well. Getting into all the dungeons, dells, and everything in between. As always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.